Do you wave your terrible towel when Renegade plays? Reach for a tasty cake when JJ shouts, "He scores!" Does the sound of an F1 engine make your heart race? Doing push-ups with the Nittany Lion after a TD? Then lend us an ear, and we will share the exhilaration of Steelers football, the excitement of Flyers hockey, the nail-biting finishes of F1, and the pride when we yell, "We are Penn State." Welcome to the SteelFlyers show, the strangest combination of sports fandom since pineapple was put on pizza. Welcome to the SteelFlyers show, where we're going to do a preview with the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars coming up this Sunday. How about that? We're going to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars and their injury report, and we're also going to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers and their injury report as well, too. We're also going to get into some of the keys to the game, and we're also going to talk about potential predictions and what we think is going to happen and how this is going to go. So we are going to do, the first thing is look into the injury report. That's going to be the injury report for the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is dated for Wednesday, November 18th, and this is for Week 11 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jake Luton is going to be the starting quarterback for Jacksonville Jaguars. That was announced this week. He'll make his third start, which means that Gardner Minshew will not play. So let's just get that out of the way right off the bat. So, those who did not practice on the injury report for the Jacksonville Jaguars is their wide receiver, Chanot, with a hamstring. He more than likely will not play. James O'Shaughnessy with a knee, their tight end. He may play. I'm not sure how that's going to be, depending on if he practices on Thursday or Friday. Tyler Eifert was also on the did not practice, but his was a not injury related, so I'm looking for him to play and or start and or whatever the case is. Speaking of the limited practice, the aforementioned Gardner Minshew, the mustache, with a thumb injury, has missed a few games because of this injury, and now Jake Luton is going to come in and be the starting quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So the limited practice for the Jaguars, aforementioned Gardner Minshew, wide receiver Colin Johnson with a hamstring, and then some running backs, Devon Ozigbo and James Robinson. Ozigbo with a hamstring and Robinson with a shoulder. So those are two key cogs for them. And then also there are some more offensive cogs. Their center, Brandon Linder with a back, and then the offensive tackle, Cam Robinson with a shoulder. So those are going to be some key cogs that are going to be out that are going to really hurt the Jaguars here. And I think that's going to be one of the keys to the game there, is that offensive line against Pittsburgh's defense of linebacking core. So we'll get into that. But some other defensive players for them, their defensive end Josh Allen didn't had limited practice, and also their linebacker Dakota Allen as well, and also two of their cornerbacks, Sidney Jones with an Achilles and C.J. Henderson, both out. Henderson with a groin, so both their cornerbacks are out too. So that's not looking good. I mean, they're going to need some depth, especially against Ben and the plethora of wide receivers that the Steelers will be bringing to the table for this game for sure. So tough call for the Jaguars this year, 1-8. A lot of injuries, especially their starting quarterback. So that makes it really tough. We know what that's like when you lose a starting quarterback. I mean, we went 8-8 last year, and they're feeling the pain of that now too, because they're now 1-8. So on the other side, with the Pittsburgh Steelers, we're calling this the Mike Tomlin Veterans Day Off. Rather lengthy list: Ben Roethlisberger, Juju Smith-Schuster, Marquise Pouncey, David Castro, Alejandro Villanueva, and Stephon Tuitt were on that list of did not practice but not injury related. So they're the Mike Tomlin's Veterans Day Off. Cool, whatever. Hamstring, Trey Edmonds, that's Darrell Edmonds' brother, didn't practice with a hamstring. Jalen Samuels with a quadriceps didn't practice, and Jerome Elliott with an illness didn't practice as well. Isaiah Buggs was able to come back to a full practice with his ankle. Anthony McFarland was able to come back from a full practice with his illness. And then, welcome back, Mike Hilton, cornerback, hey, shoulder, hey. Sam Hutton has stepped in really nice. Cam Hutton has stepped in really nice and played really well for us. But Mike Hilton, great to have you back, my man. We're going to be looking for that cornerback blitz, especially against a rookie quarterback. I'm highly counting on that for you, Mr. Hilton. Yeah, for sure. I'm also looking for the defense to be stepping up as well, too. Okay, so that's the injury report for both sides of the ball. Now let's get into some of the keys of the game here, key matchups of the game. The key matchup, I think, is going to be when the Jaguars have the ball against the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. It's going to be Bud Dupree from the 8063 and TJ Watt against their offensive tackles on either side. And or their offensive line from either side. It's not going to matter because those two guys, I believe, are going to wreak havoc on their offensive line, and I believe that their quarterback is going to be pretty much running for his life. Under Mike Tomlin, rookie quarterbacks have not fared very well. Just go back to just last week against the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, number 1 draft pick, played really well, great in college. Didn't actually play all that terribly bad, but didn't walk out of there with the win and kind of walked out of there with a limp. So that's kind of what happens against Pittsburgh here with rookie quarterbacks. So I'm kind of looking for more of the same here on this one. Another one of the keys to the game, I think, when Pittsburgh has the ball is going to be their defense. Their cornerbacks and some of their defensive lines seem to be a little nicked up. So it's going to be interesting to see how we're able to do that. And I think the other keys to this game, big time, is the run game. Mike Tomlin came out in his press conference this week and said straight out that the run game needs to be better. Oh, let's just say that. Yeah, it needs to be better. Okay, we'll go with that. Better. We need to average more than 50 yards a game, guys, here. What? We've got some people. We've got the same offensive line that's been together for the last couple games. We have some good running backs. We have some speed. Is it me? Maybe? I don't know. I don't think so. Look for the run game to be the huge key here in this game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars have given up a lot of yards on the ground, and I think that's going to be one of the keys to the game here on this one. I'm looking for Pittsburgh to take it to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm looking for them to continue on with their average 25 to 30 points a game, just kind of like what we did with Cincinnati last week. We're facing another rookie quarterback and another up-and-coming team that I think might be a year or two away, but dealing with all the injuries that they've had and everything like that too. So I look for Ben and the boys to have another good day. I look for the defense to take care of business. And I look for this to be another good win for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I'm looking for that to be another success. How about 10-0 after the end of this week? Unfortunately, we will not be able to call the game this Sunday because the game is not going to be displayed where I live. So yeah, I know. Go figure. Steelers and not be able to see the game. So I won't be able to call the game per se. So we'll have to see what transpires on that. So we'll really miss that for sure. But you really got to go to SteelFlyers.com, check out some of the latest and greatest news and happenings that's been going on there for sure. We got Off the Wall Hockey. John from Off the Wall Hockey has joined, and his page is on there. You got the great Pearls of Wisdom is on the pages there too. You can check his page out too and get all his videos and all that great stuff too. Also, check out some new stuff coming out soon too, some more announcements. Hockey Writers Inc. coming out here soon too, so that'll be a big one. Definitely got to check that out too. So got to check that out. Hockey Writers Inc., Pearl of Wisdom, and Off the Wall Hockey. Also check it out, SteelFlyers.com. One-stop shop for all your great sports needs. That's right. You can follow me on Twitter at SteelFlyers52. Just remember, folks, stay safe, stay strong, and hang tough.